Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kwadash, and of course, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. That's what these lessons are for. This lesson here, man, going into this article, Russia and India dent dollar's dominance. Okay, and of course, this is from RT, Rutgers. All right, it says booming oil trade between two nations have shifted to alternative currencies. Pardon me. And we know the petrodollar came into effect during the Ronald Reagan administration. He went down there pretty much to Saudi Arabia and set it up, okay? Which we know they have implants over there. When I say implants, I mean they have Edomites, that look like Arabs over there in Saudi Arabia to take on, their purpose. You see what I'm saying? Esau does that. Esau understands that. You see what I'm saying? And that's all a part of, his disguise, his repertoire, his deception. Okay? But the Heavenly Father's prophecies are coming to pass, man. So when you read, I'll read a few verses here, and I'll post this article in the description box. It reads, the U.S. dollar is seeing its decades-long dominance in the oil trade. Right, because it's known as the petrodollar. Okay? So it says, the U.S. dollar is seeing its decades-long dominance in the oil trade undermined by sanctions against Russia, Rutgers reported on Wednesday. Over the past few months, most deals between India, one of the world's largest oil importers, and Russia have been settled in other currencies. You see what I'm saying? And I got these Edomites over here, especially the people on Wall Street, these people, all into foreign trade. They're biting their fingernails, man. Well, you don't really need to bite your fingernails. What you really need to do, like Apostle Tahar used to say, go ahead and practice that yoga, and just wait for a missile to hit your ass, man, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. It says, over the past few months, most deals between India, one of the world's largest oil importers, and Russia have been settled in other currencies, such as the Russian ruble and the United Arab Emirates dirham, the agency said, citing its oil trading and banking sources. Moscow has become India's top crude supplier, it says, after the nation's refiners started to snap up Russian crude at discounts following the U.S. and EU embargoes on Russian oil and sanctions against the country's banks. Okay, and like I said, I will post this in the description box. You brothers could go on ahead and check this article out. It's it's hitting, man. Okay, so this is James 5, and I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll start at 1. James 5:1, and it says up here, misuse of riches, right? Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. So that's the prophecy. The prophecy is that miseries are going to come upon these rich men. And ultimately, what it's talking about is that there's going to be a financial collapse. Now, when you go back to the 30s, the late 20s going into the 30s, you had a great depression here in America. You had people that were millionaires that lost everything, and these men, Edomites mostly, they became so disgusted with the fact that they lost everything, they committed suicide. Okay? It says, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. And how are these riches corrupted? Mostly because they didn't get it through labor, you know what I'm saying, through their brilliance. They got it through ill-gotten gain, okay? That corrupt riches, man. When you get riches through ill-gotten gain, that corrupt riches. That corrupts your wealth, okay? You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're a person that works or uses intelligence to acquire, certain money, you know what I'm saying, it's better off going that route. You know what I'm saying? But when you go around the world, rape, robbing, plundering, pillaging, okay, stealing from other nations, like case in point, going down there into the Congo, okay? There's all kind of natural resources down there, all kind of gems and, different minerals and how you call it, like the what they use for the cell phones, man. They go down there to Africa, rape, rob, and pillage and acquire, these minerals and resources to make money, okay? So that makes the riches corrupted, man. These devils, that's how they do. These so-called white people, these elites. It says, and your garments are moth-eaten, okay? Your gold and your silver is cankered. And look up this word cankered, which I've looked it up before, but let's check it out again. It says to rust over, cover with rust. Okay, so in other words, you're not going to be able to use it. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It's going to be sitting there. It's going to be useless. Going back to the time of the Weimar Republic, which when you look up the Weimar Republic, it was really like an experiment over there in Germany, and it failed, in which they ended up having to burn the money over there for fire. They ended up burning it, to keep themselves warm, because the money was worth absolutely nothing when the economy collapsed over there. That's the same state America's getting ready to be in. It says, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and ye shall it, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped riches together for the last days. Yeah, when you check out these elites, they have underground, bunkers with nothing but bullion. Gold bullion, silver bullion, platinum bullion. What's the other bullion? Palladium bullion. Okay. They have all these natural resources they have heaped together for the last days. But guess what? It's not going to profit them, because the prophecy is already set. The prophecy states that these devils will go down in a nuclear blaze. And the elites, well, it says America is going to go down in a nuclear blaze. Any of you devils and you heathens and the 2/3 of the people of Israel that are left here in America, they're going to be destroyed, okay? But the elites are going to be preserved so they could be the first fruits of slavery in our kingdom, okay? And that's how it's going to be, thus saith the Lord. So it reads on, ye have heaped treasures together for the last days, okay, which that's not gonna profit you. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. All you got to do is go and watch these different slavery movies, okay? What's the recent one with this guy? What's his name? Solomon Northup. I think it's called 12 Years a Slave. When you go ahead and check that out, you'd see who was reaping down the fields of these devils, man. Check out Roots. Check out Django. Check out Drum. Okay, these films show you exactly how Jake. When I say Jake, of course, we talking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Check out different movies like Left My Heart at Wounded Knee, and different movies dealing with the Taino Indians and the Native Americans and whatnot, man. The Mexicans down there, of their hardships, dealing with the Spaniards and whatnot, man. You see what I'm saying? You're going to see a people that have reaped down your fields, okay? You're going to see the laborers who have reaped down your fields. Those are who it's talking about. It says, which is of you kept back by fraud. Yeah, which is of you kept back by fraud. Here it is. You know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we work your lands, you know, these different fields and whatnot, whether it's cane fields or orchards or, you know, vineyards, so on and so forth. Because the Rothschilds, they got wines out, man. You know, the Rothschilds, they got wine out. And guess what? You think David D. Rothschild is somewhere, you know, stepping on grapes or something like that? No, of course not. They have people to do that, laborers to do that. And guess what? More than likely, they're Israelites. Okay? It says, which is of you kept back by fraud. Yeah, man. Jake, you know, the people that are, you know, the laborers, they have all the skills. They have all the skills. So if they really wanted to go and start their own thing, it should be easy. Going back to the time of Black Wall Street, Jake left, you know, the hardships that they were in. They went and started up Black Wall Street. There was a bunch of prestigious Jakes, doctors, lawyers, you know, mechanics, you know, so on, carpenters, so on and so forth. And they were thriving. But guess what? Esau, you know, hated that. He hated that. And guess what? They destroyed it out of hatred and jealousy and envy. He says, and the cries of them which have reaped down are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Which when you look up that word Sabaoth, it's talking about the Lord of Armies. All right? Not like Johanna said, the Lord of Sabbaths. You know? Let me see what it say right there. Lord of Sabaoth. See that? Lord of the armies of Israel, as those who are under the leadership and protection of not Jehovah, but Yahweh, maintain his cause in war. And there's going to be a war. There's going to be a third world war. And we know that America is going to be completely destroyed in this third world war. Okay? But prior to that, this economical collapse is going to happen. There's many different things that are getting ready to happen, man. But, you know, as we can see, everything going on in the news is going right along with the program of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So it's only fitting through the spirit that this is coined the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. That's talking about these devils. That's talking about these heathens. That's talking about the 2/3 of our people. It says, but really it's talking about these devils, because they're living in their blessing right now. Going back to the book of Genesis, when they got the blessing from Jacob, speaks about how they shall inherit the earth, and you know, they shall inherit this earth, Salakia, the fatness of the earth, Salakia. Okay, so they're living in their blessing right now, you know, and it's temporary. It's temporary, you know, it's temporal. It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton, meaning undisciplined. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Yeah, when you slaughter people, you know what I'm saying, you reaping all the goods, you reaping all their benefits, you know what I'm saying, you popping their women, you know what I'm saying, you sucking up all their riches and whatnot, man. It says, ye have condemned and killed the just. That's talking about Israelites. And he doeth not resist you. Yeah, because there was no power in Jake's hand. But guess what? But the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is getting ready to bring that upon you. All right? It says, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. There you go. And who's the brethren? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites. It says, behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and has patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. And that's what happens, man. You see what I'm saying? You got to be patient and wait for the Lord to bring his thing to pass. You see what I'm saying? And that time is near to come. Hey, so Abaratazah, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, shalom to the elect.